You down the jeweler? Yeah. There's some beautiful thing.
Why don't you give it to your wife?
My wife? How am I gonna give it to my wife? I ain't married.
You got a girlfriend?
Yeah, I got a girlfriend, yeah.
So marry her.
Hey, you for real? I'm asking you to middle a diamond for me here. Now, all I want from my end is 8,000.
What I'm saying to you is you should give it to somebody that don't know any better, because that's a fugazi. All right?
That's a fugazi? How do you know it's a fugazi? You looked at it for 2 seconds.
What, it's a fake?
Yeah, I know what a fugazi is.
Hey, pal. You want to see something? I'm gonna show you something. There you go. That's something? That's a beautiful thing.
Yeah, that's a beautiful thing. It's not my thing. What about this?
What do you want me to say? Go ahead, try and sell it. You want to be a Dunsky? Give it a shot.
Dunsky? You call me a Dunsky? You know who you're talking to, my friend?
Hey, Left. Come on, have a spritzer.
You want to go embarrass yourself with this thing?
Embarrass myself? Hey, my family, my children, my mother can hold her head up in any neighborhood in this city when she walks down the block, see? In all the 5 boroughs, I'm known. Forget about it. I'm known all over the fucking world. Anybody ask anybody about Lefty from Mulberry Street. Huh? You pissing up the wrong fucking tree, my friend.
I didn't mean no disrespect. It's a misunderstanding, right?
Where you go?
All right?
Sit down there. Well, you gonna walk out on me? You don't walk out on me. I walk out on you. You got a car?
I got a car.
Well, let's go get your car. Come on.
ZIOAN, let's go, boy!
Yes, that's how I open this shit up. Before y'all didn't hear that, D just took a hit of this blunt I got. Oh God, I hate this. Yo, I don't know where I got this shit. Anyway, hi everybody, welcome. We like it.
Let's talk about a movie where, stop us if you heard this before. Undercover cop infiltrates the mob, gets in too deep, and he becomes disillusioned with the job. You've heard this before, right? Yeah, we've talked about this probably twice so far. This will be the second time. We talked about it in Too Deep with Omar Epps. Where, he played a guy that was under deep cover and stuff. There's also another movie, Deep Cover, starring Lawrence Fishburne, which
we're doing that next month. We're doing that next month.
Okay, so
didn't they also do a plot like this called The First Fast and Furious?
You can kind of say that. Point Break's another one. Point Break's another one.
But the reason why I say at least those 3 before Point Break and Fast, because those movies, he was loosely undercover, but it felt a little different in those instances. But like Deep Cover and Too Deep in this movie, you have 3 guys who
life. It's real life. That's why it's real life.
Real life.
It ain't. Oh, we need to go undercover. Go undercover and see who these motherfuckers racing these cars.
I would say out of all these movies, I would say Deep Cover and Donnie Brasco are more familiar because they're 2 movies in which you have these superiors, one of these guys to go into these organizations, deep cover, and have them doing so much stuff, but they're not given any sort of out to kind of like, yo, these guys are going crazy. Like, you got to have to kind of ease up on asking a lot out of them.
I think it also shows
there was that other movie. There was that other undercover movie with Bryan Cranston. The one that came out a couple of years back.
I wouldn't know that. I want to know. Hold on. Another one that's like that?
You didn't see that one?
The Departed.
Yeah, The Departed was another one.
Yeah, Departed.
Yeah,
but that Bryan Cranston one that took place, I think, in the 80s.
Nah,
You're gonna have
I
to give
heard
me a
about it,
name, my
but
nigga.
I didn't.
You're gonna have to give me a name, my nigga. I don't know
Oh
what
my
you're talking
God.
about.
Okay, I'll
I'm
take
sorry. And I'm being real. I love I like Bryan Cranston. I don't keep up with his movies like that. Like he got a show out right now on Showtime. I want to watch it. I ain't gonna watch that shit. I already know I'm not.
Donnie
But
Brasco.
still.
Donnie Brasco is based off a book from this guy named Joseph Pistone. He is based off. This is what the movie is based off. It's based off his undercover operation back in the '80s when he
Infiltrator.
infiltrator of the Bonanno crime family in New York and stuff in the
Yep.
'70s, going into the '80s and stuff.
One of the 5 families.
That's
in
what
New
I
York.
mean. No, that's what I meant. That movie, by the way, was called The Infiltrator.
Oh, all right.
Like they're the Bonanno family was one of the 5 big families in New York and all the rest of that shit. Everybody in this movie, unlike Goodfellas, where they had to switch up people's names, they don't switch up nobody's names in this. Now, there's only one person that should be a part of the story that isn't in there, and that's the person that actually vouched for Donnie Brasco, and that dude was a dude named Mimi. Yeah. He vouched for him. And he was probably and just for the sake of the movie, they put the drama on Lefty being the person to bring him into the mob and having that pressure. If you fuck up, I'm gonna look bad. When in real life, yeah, but that was Millie's nigga, not yours, Lefty. So, and that's that's like the only thing ever. But outside of that, yeah, everything in this movie is pretty much 100%. Pretty much for the most part, 100%. There are some things where you have to, of course, like I say, in these real movies, you got to kind of exaggerate. But for the most part, everything is there.
Yeah. Now, Donnie, it's interesting with this character in that, like, obviously, when you're going undercover, he has a family. And it's interesting when you find out in this movie, like, already off rip, his wife is just like, they got 3 daughters. She's trying to keep the house together and stuff. She ain't fond of the fact that he's in an undercover position. And the deeper that he gets into this mob, it's tearing his family apart way worse than what it was before. Like, she was barely hanging on, but it was like, all right, you're an FBI agent. I understand. That's the job, right? But
this
it's just,
movie,
this
movie covers not just the undercover life, but the effects it does to everybody else around it. What this movie does well is nail not just Johnny or John, or in this Donnie. I said Johnny. Good God, Donnie. But it shows Donnie going through basic changes. The motherfucker morphs into. He falls in love with it. Falls in love with not just his work, but the people around him. When you really look at it,
Yeah.
And I get it. You have to do undercover correctly. You have to do that shit. But on some real shit. It's scary. It's a scary deal, bro.
Oh yeah, definitely. Like, I mean, how you want to do it? You want to go step by step or just kind of all over?
Hell no. Well, you know what? We can do the intro. I love the intro. Basically, not the intro. The intro, not the intro. But
dude, this movie is 2.5 hours long.
Yeah, that's
much
true.
like I said, pretty much all of them. Probably Bronx Tale is the only one we're probably gonna go step by step when it comes to this mafia movies. Because holy shit, when you entail real life shit, and there are many good spots in this movie where we can just pick and talk about. You know what I mean? You got to go everywhere. And I want to start with one thing when we first get to really meet Donnie. And Donnie's just sitting at the bar. Lefty comes in. Let me say something about Al Pacino playing Lefty. I love it. I love this. And I love the fact that we're following, much like Henry Hill, we're following somebody that's not a Don. We're following somebody that's not a capo, not even a fucking underboss, none of that shit. Not even a lieutenant. This motherfucker is just one of the foot soldiers when you really look at it. Lefty is just one of the known upper management foot soldiers. You know what I mean? He's not really high.
You could take a drink every time he says "forget about it."
Forget about it.
I mean,
I love this shit. Forget about it. Forget about it. These are the whole movie. I love it. Al Pacino and everybody that says he nails Lefty. He nails how Lefty was in real life, and which he's a degenerate gambler. Number one. Number one, and that's kind of funny. We usually when we see these shits, we always making fun of the degenerate gambler. We always beating them up.
D, I'm so mad that you said that he's a degenerate gambler because here's me, fucking kids at home.
Exactly. Of all the people that we're going to talk about this month, when you really look at Yeah, you fucking degenerate. When you look at his home, it's just a regular ass apartment. Yeah, he got nice suits and shit, but that's about it, my nigga.
It's one of those situations where if he wasn't a degenerate gambler, he probably would have a house.
And
he got an apartment.
Yeah, and he got a nice wife. He got a nice wife. His son's a junkie, unfortunately. You know what I mean?
Hey, Dad, I'm going out for a couple of hours. I'll be back home.
Okay, son.
No, I'll be back home later. Wait for it. Merry Christmas. Nice to meet you, Donnie.
Right there, it's like this.
My son's a fucking junkie.
It's always great to hear Al Pacino talk that way. My son's a fucking junkie. I can't believe I fucking raised this kid. You know what I mean?
I mean,
go ahead, Chris.
I mean, you're a parent. You got 3 kids and stuff.
Yes, sir.
Like, is there a level where I'm not saying it will ever happen to your kid, but your kids do something stupid? Is there a layer of like, where did I fuck up? Because that's how I get with Lefty in this movie, where it's like he kind of is like contemplating, like, where did I fuck up at? My kids are junkie now.
It matters. It matters on the parent, and it also matters on the sin, because I know, you probably, one of our listeners probably know somebody that was a really great person, a super great person, but their parents found out they were gay and they just disowned them.
Yeah,
like where the fuck, and people and like parents go through that shit. Like, where did I go wrong? Where did I go wrong? I said that about my son at least twice a month, and like one time it's like, yo, why is this nigga so like Donnie? Why are you so fucking slow, nigga? Why would you run, nigga? Where did I go wrong? I can't believe this shit. What did I do? Did I not teach this nigga how to hustle? What the fuck did I do wrong? Maybe I'm the sometimes in parenting, and I say good parents have to do this shit, and I learned this from my dad. Sometimes you just gotta admit, yeah, I suck. Well, my dad would yell at me about math, but it's like, yo, Pop, you do it. Yeah, you got me. Like, all right, cool. All right, cool. All right, you bad. You bad, nigga. But guess what? You gonna have to sit down and learn this shit. So I think all parents do it. Now I think drug, like, I would probably say the same. I would say this. I would definitely say that shit. If I find out my son is a cokehead, the fuck did I do? How did I? And here's the thing. And I learned this real early, and it's a good coping mechanism. You can't control shit.
I got a great cousin
can't control
that
shit.
Came off
you can't.
Like he was a former cokehead and he was off of it and stuff. And like I remember when he was going through detox and stuff, he came to the family reunion. He looked strung out, like, oh shit. He looked like any moment, like he was jonesing for it and stuff. And he got over that hump and stuff, but like you could tell like he was jonesing for it and he was really itching and for it. So it's kind of like, damn, like how the fuck to get to that point? But it is what it is. Crimes. That's why I was noticing. I was like, what are they actually doing? They're stealing clothes. They're busting out fucking parking meters. And I'm like, that's, I mean, it's a lot of money. I mean, sure. But it didn't really hit. I don't know whether that was just of the time period of what they were actually doing and stuff. But there was a part where in the movie where they mentioned the fact that like New York is so like, it's so crowded with nothing but mobsters. And like, where's the work? Who's getting the money? Like, how much money is to be made if everybody is trying to do the same damn thing?
Especially with everybody trying to low key cut Lefty out of the action.
Oh yeah, I mean, and I mean between that and was it Sony? Was it Sony Red and Sony glasses?
Sunny Red,
Sunny Red and Sony glasses, and I'm like, how many people are Sunnies in this goddamn game?
Well, it's either that or Paul.
Yep, Pete, Paul, Tommy,
Michael,
Jimmy,
Tony 2 times.
Tupac.
Biggie.
Tupac. I'm sorry, what?
Tupac's back. Tupac.
Yo. All right. So
but that like he get like Donnie when he meets up with Lefty. Lefty gives him like a fugazi, as Donnie says, and he just and I like how he looks at him like fugazi. The hell is that? No.
The scene basically goes like this. He was like, yo, can you look at this ring for me. He like, all right. He pulls the ring out over to him. Donnie looks at it, puts like, hey, you got a wife? I'm like, what do you mean I got a wife? Give it to her. Like, nah, I ain't got. Like, I'm not married. You got a girlfriend? Yeah. Then go and marry her. like, dude, well, you and I ain't got to be real with you. Like, nigga, you fucking with me? Like, he's like, no. See, that's a fugazi, man. No, that's fake. Like, it's a fugazi. Yeah, it's a fugazi. You know what a fugazi? I know what a fugazi is. Let me tell you something. Right there, I was like, oh my God. As a critic, that just as a movie critic, y'all felt it too. The movie reached his hand out, grabbed your dick. You're going to like this movie.
Gonna like it a lot.
He's like, oh, look at this dialogue and this back and forth. Anyway.
We love on-screen banter.
Yo, but anyway, he's like, hey, you want to see something real? You want to see something real? He took out his dimes. Like, yeah, see, that's nice. Like, yeah, but I don't want that. I want this. I want you to do this. No, get the fuck out. Like, you know what? I'm out of here. He got up. When he got up, like, what? You gonna leave? You don't leave. I leave you. And like, hey man, I ain't mean no disrespect. You don't know who the fuck I am. He went into the whole thing about him being Lefty. Yes, Benjamin Lefty. Lefty was a real dude. It was a very real dude too. Like I said, he had a gambling problem, but everybody respected this motherfucker. You want to know why? He was the killer. Lefty is one of your best killers. And let's say, and to add to that, to the Bonanno family as a whole, when it comes to all the 5 families in New York, the Bonannos were fucking mean. They were known as the bloodiest of all of them. Like, they dropped niggas. So, you know, that's kind of interesting. We talked about the one family in Godfather, Goodfellas. We talked about the Gambinos in Gotti, and now we're talking about Bonannos in this one. So I don't know who's it. It is kind of funny. There is a connection from Donnie Brasco to Casino also. There is an actual real connection.
Do tell, sir.
Oh, yeah. Real quick. During this whole time, he was also talking to a mob boss for with a little vending machine venture in Milwaukee. That dude was a part of the Chicago outfit, which was a part of the whole gang that was out there in Las Vegas. And he, the dude that Donnie Brasco was trying to talk to and hooked up with, he was the motherfucker that put a fucking bomb in Frank Lefty Rosenthal's car, as Chris or as Eris knows him,
Sam
Ace.
Rothstein.
Yeah. And that guy is known as the bombing mobster because he has bombed so many people's cars. And he was one of the people doing it out there in Vegas. Well, at least he was ordering the hit to do that out in Vegas.
I mean,
and that's a wild connection. But Donnie Brasco was trying to take him down as well.
I mean,
You know what I have to say about that, D? He bombed so many people's cars, missed one with Ace.
bro.
Ain't that amazing though? It's amazing though. Because, like, yo, man.
Somebody didn't know their cars. That's all
And
I
guess
can
what?
say.
And they said, and when everything was found out, he blamed Donnie Brasco for the fact that Lefty, Rosenthal was not dead. He blamed him for it. And that's why there was a hit on motherfucking Donnie Brasco's head for only 2 years. Only lasted 2 years.
For the sum total of $500K.
Yeah. And it only lasted for 2 years, only for one reason. The bosses said, yeah, we're gonna let this shit go. Yeah, you too high of a motherfucking mark for us to kill at this point. So you free, nigga.
I mean, it makes sense.
And besides, killing you, that's just bringing a whole lot of heat that we really don't need.
I mean,
and that is and somebody said, why not motherfucking like why didn't they have the other people? It's the same shit. The reason why Henry Hill was never killed. It's the same fucking reason.
Well, I thought Henry Hill was. I thought Henry Hill was
a
case
target.
of. I just thought Henry Hill was a case of he outlived everybody that could possibly do it.
Well, that was number one. Number one. And number two.
Yeah. Those two actually did die in prison.
And number two, there was there was not a lot of reciprocation coming back from the gang itself anyway.
Yeah.
Because nigga, because here's the funny thing. Here's the funny thing also, and they don't tell you about this. there are mobsters that get out of the life. There are people that get out of the life because those guys were already halfway legit anyway. When you looked at it, Henry Hill was like that. Remember we was talking about that, Eris? You say that when Henry had his own bar. That was Henry's way of going legit. And a lot of mobsters actually did that. And a lot of people got out the life. And it's kind of cool. And it's actually kind of nice that they got out the life because it's really fucking hard. Mm-hmm. Now, here's the thing about that. Now, real talk, you got out the life. But if them niggas want to come to your restaurant,
yeah.
You already know the rest of this story. You already know what to do. Like, yeah, what's up? Hey, man, hey, I noticed you walking out without paying the bill. Yeah, that's okay. No, I can't do that no more, man. You fucking serious? Yeah, right there you get killed. So
no, indeed. No, wait, dude, you forgot. You forgot the other way to play it. All you have to do is sit there, order a cup of coffee, and just stare at him.
I'm sorry, that was gay. That's gangster as fuck, dog.
You're like, no, you stare at him, and then you scare him by saying the following. What do you mean there's no ice? I gotta drink this coffee hot?
I mean, you know what's funny? You know what's funny? Hey guys, so which is it? Pinch or punch of salt?
Yeah, pinch or punch of salt.
Pinch?
I swear to God, he said
punch.
Punch of salt. Punch of salt. What the hell would I say? Punch of salt.
I love that line too. All the best cooks are men.
This man sat there and was like,
"Hey, he's right. He right though. He right. Right. All the best cooks are men. That's me. I'm not hating on women, but I'm just saying, all the best ones."
I just find it funny how he was so prepared to be like, "I'm not making some Italian dinner," but I'm like, "Dude, you just made chicken cacciatore. It's fucking Italian. What are you doing?"
But at the same time,
that's Coco Van. It's Coco Van, nigga. That's different. It's French, so you better respect it.
And on top of that, the man did make a point. He's like, everybody else cooks the same thing. Like seriously, look at everybody else that makes Italian dishes. They're not even Italian dishes.
I feel it's such a slap in the face though. That's like me saying, you know what? Fuck soul food, man. Everybody make fucking fried chicken. Fuck this shit. We're not.
But that's how it is. It's like, nah, nigga, we ain't about to have make fried chicken in here. We're gonna make something else. For Italian people, it's like, yeah. Fuck all that spaghetti shit. That's not even real Italian food. And it ain't. Hey, look, I get it. I get that shit. I'm all for that.
I have seen YouTube videos of Italians looking at other people, Americans, make fucking Italian food, and they fucking go hard in the paint on how atrocious that shit is. Like,
look, I don't blame. I don't blame him, man. I do not blame him for that shit, yo. I don't.
God, man, it is fucking hilarious. I'm like, bruh, how are you just gonna sit there and just do that? But it makes sense and stuff, and it's. Hey, that's their world,
but it's not even as a world. And you trying to say like, oh, these white people are different from us Negroes. No, here's the thing about Italians. Italians and blacks really almost have like similar things, similar shit about us. You know what I mean? I think it's just that we're both just fiery type of people. I think that's how it really is. Really get down to it.
That's why black people love Italians. About the same.
And same way across, but just real talk. I ain't going to Italy. No. I'm not a black man going into Italy is not a fun thing, and I'm just saying.
Hey, give me a movie. Hey, I need to see a movie where
I'm staying in Milan and I ain't going nowhere else.
I would love to see a movie where a black guy hooks up, and maybe there's a movie that already did this, or maybe it happened, where a black guy hooks up with a white woman that is like full blown like Italian, like them chicks and Goodfellas and stuff, just to see the dynamics at play here. I just want to see that just a little bit. That's just me.
Hey, so my daughter married a nigga. I don't know.
Oh.
Like, what the fuck you want me to say? Oh, that's going to be the most terrible movie in the world. That would be terrible. No, just real talk. Who the fuck's gonna come to that anyway?
I make it spicy.
But yeah. Yo, why the fuck? But I like how like during that whole time. Oh, back on the jury scene in the beginning of the movie, yo, right? Ooh. Why the fuck this motherfucker? All right, Lefty say, yeah, you got a car? Yeah, like let's go for a ride. So So they drive over to the dude they gave him the ring. He's like, my friend told me this is a fucking fugazi. He's like, what do you mean? What's a fugazi? I like how he's like, what the fuck is fugazi? Like, come on, friend. You know what it means. Like, yeah, who the fuck are you?
Listen, D, I have a black belt.
Yo, I love that part. I love that. But hey, calm down. Yeah, you Lefty, I got this. Hey, I have a black belt. He yoked that nigga up.
Man, like you know what was funny?
He's like, you got a car? Yeah. What is it? Porsche.
Oh, really? My man pulled out the keys quick, fast, in a hurry. Pulled out the keys. He's like, huh, great. And he goes, thanks for the drink. He stuffed the money in his mouth.
Jesus Christ, man. You know what the best part of this movie was for me?
Oh, the best part? No. Here's the best part, though, Harris. Driving in the car next scene, right? Why you pay for the drink?
Oh, he crosses the Donnie on a lot.
That is some nigga shit.
Yo.
Hey, why you pay for the drink though, man?
Hey, no. Everything that Lefty questions with Donnie is hilarious. When they're in the car and he's like, "So, why'd you tip him off on that Florida thing? Why'd you do that? Why? What was the point?" That and then also when they get to that club and it's looking like shit, and he's looking in there like, "What the fuck am I doing in Florida? What the hell?"
The whole relationship between Lefty and Donnie is Donnie is really seeing Lefty struggle. Lefty doesn't really like
to a degree.
Who you say?
It's really to get respect because Lefty is just he's the old guy that's just hanging in a young man's game kind of thing and stuff. And he's
not really. It ain't even that. It's just that nigga. You hit your glass ceiling.
Yeah,
because
even Sonny tells Donnie like, yeah, Lefty is kind of holding you back there, buddy. So,
and here's the whole thing with Mike Madsen being a tall, intimidating dude that he is of this whole movie. It was just him being like, it was just normal Mike Madsen,
being an asshole.
Not even, being an asshole, but you can believe that he's
minus the shit kicker hat.
Yeah.
Yeah, no cowboy hat, no nothing. He just looked like an Italian mobster. And Sonny Black in a real life. Do you want to know how this nigga died in real life?
How'd he die?
He died 2 weeks after everything went down with the whole FBI thing and it came out. That I'm like when the FBI, and it was in the movie, the FBI showed up at the bar and told him straight up, Donnie Brasco was an informant here, and they just had, and all three of them just had this look, it's just like, oh shit, for real. Nah, they lying. About 2 weeks after that, they found Sonny dead with his hands chopped off.
Yikes!
I mean, that scene in the movie that scene in the movie, you know what? That was a scary moment because, like I said, Donnie at this point in the movie, he's so deep and stuff, and he feels like he owes it to Sonny to save him, owes it Lefty to save him and stuff. And like, what makes it interesting is that like when the FBI rolls up in that bar and was like, "Yeah, so Donnie Brasco, he's an undercover cop," and he did this, lay the picture of Donnie in the FBI gear, and I was like, and Lefty automatically found out he is a dead man.
Yeah. And of course, man, it's like, but they were like, nah, man, they fucking dog. Now that can't be right, man. They did some shit. Cause even Sonny was like, that's bullshit.
Like Donnie was loyal. You saw what Donnie did to that body.
Well, what I wish he would have said. Wish he would have pulled that move. You ain't no cop. You a sellout.
Man, that's white people give you that look like, nah, man, you ain't that. Come on, don't play with me.
The thing what happened to Donnie was Donnie got lucky in one sense of that the mob has a weird respect for the law in one regard. Hey, you fucking caught me in the middle of a fucking crime. What the fuck I'm gonna do about it, eh? You fucking caught me. Now, if you set some shit up, and you had my whole crew go against somebody else, or you plotted a war, or do the shit they do to black people all the time. You know what I mean? Just set us up and all the rest of that shit. that's when they have a problem with you, and that's when they go after motherfucking agents. It's a weird type of respect they got.
I mean,
they don't really kill them niggas unless they fucking have to.
I mean, tell is told his time, but that whole scene with the cops in Miami breaking up that bar, if there was some black people, somebody would have got killed because them motherfuckers just came up there, arrested Donnie. Like, you got a permit for that tiger? All right, break it up, and just fucked up the whole bar, and then just like they're in jail. And I was like, damn, none of them got a scratch on them. Like, holy shit.
Yo, it wasn't even that, young. It's like two times. I mean, like, well, they were not only first off, they were set up down there for all that shit to get totally knocked down, like you said. And what makes it really sad is the fact that the other FBI agent that's down there with Donnie, he was down there. It was like, what the fuck is going on? He's like, just keep your head down, act like you don't know shit.
I mean, because he's nervous as shit too. Because at this point, bear in mind, Donnie's in Florida because the FBI decides they want to fold what Donnie's doing up in New York into their case down in Miami.
Yeah, it was because in real life that was the thing in real life. There was a whole lot of mobsters down in Miami.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and they just happen to be across the way from the dude that was about to get dunked in the freaking tiger pit, and come to find out, dude had a sister who was a typist for the FBI.
And even the cops down in Florida was like, "What the fuck are you guineas doing down here in Florida?" You know,
God damn!
I was like, "Holy shit!" Like, yo,
let me tell you something about you meatball niggers.
Wow, I do believe that was a term.
Meatball niggers.
I do believe that was a term.
Wow.
I really want to believe that was a term that didn't exist, but I really do think that they really legit said. I'm willing to believe that there was a racist down there in Florida that legit called him that at the time.
Yo, when he said Guinea, I was like, I mean, it ain't the N-word, but ouch.
Yo, but I'm willing to believe Eris, yes, I'm willing to believe that meatball nigger was said at least twice. I'm sorry, that just rolled off my tongue way too well. I didn't plan that or nothing, but I gotta think that had to come. Well, he looks like one of you linguini coons is coming. See, that don't work real. See, I don't work real. I don't like that.
Sir, you gotta do this. Hey, paisan, what's going on over here?
That's crazy. Really, Chris? You had to go for just a flat out racial thing. Won't you put in buck teeth and say, "Oh, so sorry" at the same time, then, nigga?
Oh, Jesus.
Hey, look, there's somebody down south is sitting up there saying, "Hey, paisan," and shit.
Yo, I hate that. I would hate that if I'm Italian and somebody like, "Hey, paisan," like, yo, shut the fuck up, man. Say hi, nigga.
It's like, hey, you got an IROC Z28 over there? Okay, fuck this dude up right now.
All right, yo, Chris. You wrong. It's a Pontiac Sunfire.
Hey, D, quick question. Did you like how Johnny Depp was looking low key like the first design draft version of Scarface when he made it?
Man,
actually, to me,
I'm talking about when he was in Florida. That suit that he was rocking with the aviator shades.
To me, it felt like he was like an alternate. He felt like he was a DLC costume.
I was just about to say that. I was just about to say, dude, looked like a DLC costume for Tony.
I ain't gonna lie. Thank God Lefty told him and stuff because Johnny was in the beginning of the movie looking like, "Hello, fellow young people. You want to buy some drugs?" For a minute, he was looking like that. I was like,
especially with that damn mustache,
the jeans.
Hello, fellow Italians.
No, D, you're doing it wrong. Hello, fellow Italians.
Oh, I got it. Ciao, Bella.
I'm sorry, you gotta do the fingers. Ciao, Bella.
So you guys like the soccer game, and I'm still doing the fingers.
So are you guys wise guys?
Where's the body?
Where's the body?
Just straight up, where's the body? Don't even just cut to the chase, nigga. This is why he's the best agent we got. This is why he's the best agent.
You guys
It's
like
right to the point.
You guys like garlic bread and linguine?
I too like slapping my wife and hanging out all night and playing dominoes. Not dominoes, I mean cars. It's cars. I'm thinking niggas.
Italian people like dominoes. That nigga.
Actually, I think Italian people like dominoes too. Oh, I like to
swear to God, we're gonna get a bunch
break
of
those
Italians.
bones out, baby.
It's like a bunch of Italians listening to this. Like, these 3 black niggers are fucking making fun of our culture, and I'm like,
Let me tell you something about these fucking black pieces of shit. They're fucking funny.
fucking Malones over
Fucking
here.
funny. I let them fuck my wife, and my wife did. I let them fuck my wife, but my wife only likes Mexicans. Oh,
Hola, senor. Oh,
that's terrible, dude. You just did Andrew.
Hola, senor.
Hola, senor.
El Street Fighter. Oh. Anyways,
Nachos.
not.
There you go.
Oh man, Jesus Christ.
Hey,
man.
you know what, 3 black geeks? You're talking all this shit. I'm gonna send you a collard green linguine, but you might like it. Here's me. We probably might. See if you can hook that shit up. Let's see how that tastes.
Then all of a sudden they give it to us, and I'm like, this shit ain't green enough. You guys suck.
No, ain't. Nah, man, there's too much salt in this bitch. You look, you had it.
Too much salt. This ain't
You
good.
had it.
Shit.
You
Y'all-
had it. You had it. Eris, you getting another one? This ain't that bad, D.
And me being the health conscious one, you trying to get us hypertension, man? Get the fuck out of here.
Now here's me.
Man, if you
I've had worse.
ain't that bad, man. I ain't that bad, man. Like what? Like can people cook in your family? Yeah, they all right, man.
Speaking of which, we were talking about Donnie's family and stuff, bruh. Like, it's so, and again, like, for a second, I was wondering if, like, I knew his wife knew that he was undercover, but like, it was kind of like I was wondering whether it's like I think she kind of understands it, but like at the same time, it's her being the wife where she's just like frustrated.
I think it's a combination of how number one, this Donnie didn't do none of this right. Let's make that very clear. He did none of this right. And number two, because this is just a me thing. If you want to do undercover work, you cannot be married. You just can't be married. In my opinion, you have to be a single person. You can't have a girlfriend, boyfriend. You can't. You just can't. I need somebody that doesn't have no family life.
That's the problem.
Yep.
Oh, God. You know what? There's also something else you got to learn too. The other thing to learn, if you're gonna do crime, especially with the mob, don't go to Florida.
I mean, yeah.
How many times did mobsters from out of town go to Florida and get caught?
I mean, because it's kind of like the Las Vegas thing in Casino, where it's like all it takes is one good old boy to figure out, like, hold up, there's a lot of Italians in fucking Las Vegas. What the fuck's going on here?
And here's the thing. What it really comes down to.
It was really different. See, the outfit, they were clearly in the Midwest, and they just sent 1 or 2 Italians.
Okay.
At the most, a very small handful that would be good enough to pass under the radar.
Okay, fair enough.
The thing is this: you have to have an initial foothold on the area anyway, and it was just a lot of money to be made for the mob downs and those with the clubs and all the rest of that down there. So of course they was going to eat up on that shit, man. And a lot of the New York gangs went to Florida, while a lot of the Midwest gangs went to L.A. or motherfucking Las Vegas. That's how that really went. And here's the thing that gets me: Lefty did all of this shit to get over. He was trying his best to get over, trying to look good in front of the big boss. Hey, he's gonna see me there. I'm gonna be a skipper one day. It's gonna work for me. You know, like the motherfucker even bought a fucking gift card. A gift card and put $100 in that shit. And I had to think to myself, what the fuck is that to a capo though?
I know, right? I mean, I'm just
like it didn't hit me until the sad moment where he takes out the card and then takes out the money. It didn't hit me. Why the fuck did you do any of that, Lefty? Like,
This is pointless.
Bruh, he gave the card and said, I'll get you back.
I mean, it's like y'all exchange money and stuff, and like, it's look. Donnie has a moment with his wife again, angry sex, and it's all good and stuff. But it felt like after that, that's when everything with his life just torpedoed down. Like his daughters fucking resent the shit out of him and stuff, big time.
because you're not there.
Yeah,
You're not fucking there. He was undercover, real talk, actually, from 1977 to 1981. This motherfucker.
and you come
was
home
a-
every like 3 to
you-
4 months and shit, and it's like
you come
yeah.
not even 3 or 4 months. Well, you show up, all you do is a couple things, and you don't talk to nobody, and you
cook
leave
breakfast
again.
for the daughters, and then boom, he got bounced and stuff. And like that, like the table scene was fucking hilarious. And he's like, "All right, bet you $20 that you can't say anything." And his youngest daughter, "You lose," and I was like, "Wow."
Mommy told us that this game lame.
Like,
Yeah,
wow,
yeah. His kids don't.
That's what
his
makes
kids don't.
and that's what makes it sad at the end of the movie, because so there's a quote in The Wire with one of the characters where it was like, "Yeah, you love the job so much, but you got to understand the job doesn't love you." And that's what happens with Donnie. It's like he does all this shit for the FBI just to get a $500 check and a goddamn plaque and a kick in the butt, and then he's out. And I'm like, God damn, $500? That's all your life was worth, was $500 fucking dollars? Like, yo,
And, you know, it was one of the and one of the things he talked about afterwards when he made the wrote the book. He was just basically saying that the whole time that it was such a big experience to his shit. You know what I mean? Like everything that happened to him was just he admit that he fucked up. He fucked up a lot of shit, and he just fell in love with the life because the life was the only thing that made sense at the time. Just because he dove inside, just because he started to like these people and all the rest of that, while having to maintain and do your own job, that can rip up anybody's head. And you gotta think back then there was no motherfucking psychiatrist to talk to about this shit.
I mean, even
There's no fucking bedside manner to this shit back then. None of it. So yeah, that's extremely hard.
I mean, even that moment where he's in therapy with his wife, and like you could tell that monster personality was just oozing out of him, especially when he was about ready to backhand the shit out of his wife in public. I was like, holy shit.
I was ready for him to slap her the whole movie, and he finally did at the end of it. But
and then he came to his senses. It was like one of those, like, oh shit, what the fuck did I do? Like, god
he
damn.
slapped her. And you know what? Here's the thing though. But what really got me was that Anne Heche actually played very well in this movie. She did.
I like her with long
really
hair.
good.
I was never a fan of short hair Anne Heche. That's just me, but you know.
Hey, his sorry ass D when they was all on the stairs, like, yeah, you better fuck on the stairs. That's right. Come on.
Yes.
Here's me. Come on, titty. No, don't fade out.
Can I be real for a second?
I know they're B cups. I don't care.
Now maybe it's because again she did genuinely love him, even when she threw out the whole thing of divorce. I feel there was genuine love there and stuff. But there was a part of me that was like, yeah, she loves him and stuff. But I feel there's a low key turn on a little bit, just a little bit, not a lot, but just a little bit
Of
with
what,
Donnie's
Chris?
attitude. Donnie's attitude, just the way his attitude and demeanor was, just a little bit.
Hey, Chris. The more and more you talk, the more I think, have you ever been in a serious relationship at one?
I have. I'm just saying.
What?
I'm just
Look.
saying.
All right. Let me look. You bring up the serious thing of divorce.
Yeah.
But I like it when you do. That's some dottish ass shit, nigga. Get out my face. Stop that. Now I get it, nigga. Wow, nigga, for real, Chris.
Even if she threw out divorce, and it just felt like, okay, I get why she threw out divorce because, all right,
But you might be a little bit turned on at the way what? Come on, Chris. That's a man ass thing to say.
No. It's not even that. I'm thinking in the sense of the Goodfellas shit with old girl and Henry and stuff. So that's
no. See, here's the thing with that. That first off, narratively, that made sense to say that.
Yeah.
Because the whole thing you seen was the fact you had to see a scene where she went through all this shit with all this shit, and every woman, even in those situations, they still love their husbands.
Yeah.
They still love the person that they fell in love with, and even when and turning on part, that's weird. That's different. That's if sex is engaged. This wasn't sex.
Yeah.
This was, oh my God, this nigga actually fucking slapped me. Wow.
Yeah. But
I didn't marry you. Who the fuck are you?
Yeah.
Like, that's where that is. Now, slapping a, oh my God, you big brute. No. Come on, man. Come on, nigga. Come on, nigga.
Yeah.
Look. Now it's time for me to be really dark about this shit. Come on, Chris. That's Johnny Depp. He slapped Amber Heard, and Amber fucked his ass up. He ain't putting no power in that.
Gotta be real too. I think that scene would have been more intense if it was a black woman. Because if you slap the shit out of a black woman, that's a game over. That's like KO on his ass. Just like
I don't know. You know how many black women took a backhand and quietly walked out the room and came back? I'm sorry, Alfred Woodard. There's at least 3 of those movies where she does that. There's at least 3 of them.
Let's be real, dude. There's a I'm sorry attached to a knife in hand, like she was going to kill the person. When
You know what, Chris? What thought ass movies you be watching? Oh yeah, Vivica Fox did that shit in what was that movie? Oh God, not Shamar Moore was in it. Well, no, was one with Shamar Moore.
Soul Food with Vanessa Williams.
Oh yeah. Now you know what? See, that's to me. I hate that stereotype about black women. Oh, she gonna pull out a knife at your ass? Like nah. Black women.
Older black woman would, but not younger.
Older black. Oh, Chris. Oh, Christopher. Never ever underestimate the fucking psychopath that is the black woman when she wants to fucking kill you.
No, D, the psychopath of a black woman who's given the green light
to kill you. Oh man, those bitches. Oh my God. You want to talk about surgical black women when it's like, have at it.
She just hears somewhere in the background over an intercom, it's a go.
Oh man, when she hear that shit, might as well start playing Stuck in the Middle with You. Have her give her a cigarette, have her dancing.
Watching football and all of a sudden she's dancing with a knife in his hand. Like, why are you dancing in front of TV, honey?
Hey, baby, why you turning on hip to be square?
Make it even worse. You know that she's already putting the screws to the plan, and you just hear it in the background. I can't get no satisfaction.
And it would be the most subtle dance where it's like, oh, that's cute, honey. I'm trying to watch the football game. You know, Dallas and Washington are playing. I mean, it's nice.
You know what, Christopher? You know what I just thought of? This song is amazing. This song is by Whitney Houston. It's called I'm Your Baby Tonight. Now, the reason why this song is so popular is not because of how well she sings it, but how much her voice just connects with the person that's there. Yeah, baby. Hey, baby, why you wearing that poncho? No reason. Hey.
No, sir. You gotta do this.
No, you got look, Chris. I have no room to sway my hips, but you gotta do the hip to be square. You gotta sway your hips when you say hip to be square.
I swear that scene is fucking when we do American Psycho, that whole scene is surreal as shit to me because this motherfucker is just out of his fucking mind and he did that move and I fucking lost it.
Hey man, ain't every day you see motherfucking see the Joker get his head bashed in. That nigga for 30 seconds the boss should have ducked.
Hey, that's what happens when you fucking floss that fucking balling ass fucking damn business card. So hey,
man, you just can't be doing shit that gets you killed. Speaking of shit that gets you killed, I like how the fact that Sonny Red is an asshole the whole movie. He's an asshole the whole movie to Sonny Black. Sonny Black is just a kid that's just a guy that's trying to come up just like him, but because somebody died above both of them, Red's over Black, yada yada yada. But real talk, Red is gonna pretty much.
Look,
man, Pyrus is fighting again, nigga.
Look, I'm gonna go ahead and be that guy and keep it real. Sonny Red with them shoes though.
Man. Nigga, them shoes, bro.
Them shoes was clean.
Man, them shits were fucking just.
Them the type of shoes, like the way that Sonny wore them. Those are the type of shoes that when you look a mile down the road, you be like, "Oh shit, there goes Sonny."
Yo, man, these motherfuckers. You can tell just from the shoes. It will make, and so not only did they get this shit shut down in Florida, but on top of that, Sonny Red was he's calling for you. And Black was like, fuck. All right, let me go see this nigga. So they all ganged up. They all got in the car. And it's like, nah, we're going to park here first. Hey, Donnie, stay in the car. We're going inside. All the guys go inside. Now, as Donnie's just sitting there, pulling up to the scene, the Sonny Red's people. They come out there, they're talking their big shit, yada, yada, yada. You knew shit was going to go down when dude was like, ah, man, the fucking light, man. Yeah, the fucking light bulb's up. Like, man, he's like, they're like, hey, don't fucking matter. They don't fucking matter. Yeah, we're going to catch these guys. Yeah, fuck Sonny Black. Yeah, fuck them all. Yeah, yeah. And they turn on the light. They was like, oh, shit. It was the oh shit of they knew they were dead. Oh,
Let me ask you
shit. This was a different volume of oh, shit. It was like, oh, shit. It was, oh, shit. Oh, God, I'm dead. It was that type of oh, shit.
Which is the better one? When what's his face in Goodfellas had the oh shit and got shot in the back of the head, or this one?
This one was a good one because you got to see the brutality of niggas getting pulled up on out of nowhere.
Yeah,
you
that
really
one,
got to see.
yeah, that one was a good one. Like the Goodfellas. Oh no, shot in the back of the head by Tootie. That one was just, it came out of nowhere.
I laughed at how it came out of nowhere when he was just like, ah, shit.
You just heard, oh no, pow.
At least these guys had at least 2 seconds to respond and try to dip out of there, but like, yo, Nicky didn't have no time.
They weren't going nowhere. Those shots went off. Now I liked it the way I liked this scene because it's always the little shit. Because they shot him, they immediately start reloading, right? Because everybody either got a sawed off or a regular shotgun. I like how when you look at Lefty, he has to bang his fucking he gotta bang that shit against a fucking table to get the fucking shell out. Oh man, and you gotta see he stabs one motherfucker. You gotta see one. The fat guy hops on Sonny. Sonny blasts him all. And I like this because not only did he fall on Sonny, but you get to see the flare from the gunfire. All you see is actually a blue. You see like this bluish light, not like a red, not like yellow. It's like you could tell it got muzzled. I'm like, oh man, that's kind of cool.
I mean, just the big dude, he took them shots like a champ, and I'm like, oh shit, like yo, he's still alive.
Now, one of the guys I call Pacino Light.
Pacino Light? Don't you mean Joe Pesci Light?
I mean Pacino Light, Pesci Light. My bad, Pesci Light. Yeah. Played by Bruno Kirby. Man, I like how that motherfucker pulled on right on that motherfucker and shot him in the back of the head. I was like, yo, they just jumped all of these niggas like nothing, bro.
Like for real, was that like when I heard him talk, I was like, is that Squid from Animaniacs? I mean, I was waiting for him to just pull the funny how am I funny? Or that's it. I was really waiting for him to do it.
I mean, but what's funny about it is like the whole scene was basically them trying to prove. It was basically Lefty trying to prove that that Donnie was one of them. He wasn't a cop or anything like that. That was also proving his loyalty to them and stuff. And them like really kind of like, all right, we're gonna chop these bodies up. And Donnie is just like, oh fuck, I'm really about to get implicated in this shit. Like, what the fuck, and he does it,
Yep. And here's the thing. Here's one other thing that that really led up to Sonny's death, and it's them knowing that he killed Sonny Red. Now, again, mob shit happens, but if there's a reason for you to get killed, that's gonna come up again. You know what I mean? That's gonna definitely come up again. Yeah. Because when we talked about it in motherfucking we talked about it in Goodfellas and partially Gotti, when it came up for Tommy, oh yeah, kill that nigga, kill him. No, like we already know what he about. Get rid of him now.
Yeah, just do it now. Get it over with. We don't want to deal with this shit. And like, it's funny because right when they're having Donnie to kill Bruno, the FBI gets there, and I was like, holy shit! Like Donnie. Really, like I felt if Donnie did kill Bruno, that would have been Donnie's. Like he would have crossed the line, and it would have been the point of no return.
Oh yeah. Because really, what happened is this, and I'm not even lying. Because in real life, if he would have did that, they would have made him a made man.
Mm-hmm.
And yes, Donnie Brasco would have passed because he's Sicilian. So yeah, he would have got.
I
He would have
totally
made. They
forgot
would have
about
made
that.
him. They would have made him and everything, and that's the wild part about it to me, man. That's just the wild part. This dude went that far, and the FBI, and then when you really think about it, the FBI was right to say, "No, you're done."
Yeah, you pay. I mean, it started with him going back home and getting that money that his wife found, and even when the FBI visited his wife and stuff, because she's telling them like, "Yo, like Donnie is like far gone at this point."
Yep, and he was like, and I understand that shit, and because he was trying to put, see that money was there to protect somebody. He wanted to give it to Lefty, like, hey man, just go out in the ocean, just drive,
Just get the fuck out of here,
just
now.
drive,
So they're gonna
drive.
kill you.
I mean, you would think that he would have took his own advice after he said, you know, I wish I still had my boat. If I had my boat, I would just drive my wife down there, like down to the pier, got in the boat, and I would have just been gone. North, south, east, west. Nobody would have ever found me.
I mean, yeah.
Now, here's me. Oh, Lefty. Never count out the power of the mob. You got to remember, they chased down one of their own to Costa Rica just because they thought that they were going to get ratted out by him.
Hey, where the fuck is Lefty at? Last I heard he was on a fucking boat in the middle of the fucking Atlantic. Yeah, fuck him. Hey, fucking find him. Hey D, why do you always say fucking when you act like a mobster? Why the fuck not?
I gotta be honest with you, man. That's like a lot of crime bosses. Because I just remember that part in Pulp Fiction where Marcellus was like, "Yeah, that nigga go to Indochina. I want a fucking nigga in a bowl of rice, pop a cap in his ass." I'm like, God damn, dude! Like,
Chris,
scouring the earth.
Chris, you mentioned Indochina for D.
That's just like points for Dwayne. You did well for that. Thank you.
I feel that's something only black people just say. Just Indochina, like Indochina, like what the fuck? Like,
I think the fact that you said Marcellus Wallace. Are we ever going to do Pulp Fiction?
maybe,
God damn.
maybe.
God,
I mean-
why we not? You know what? Why I'm here? Why we never? We're not the. Nobody has. That's the weird thing. Outside of Kill Bill, I have not had nobody come up to me. Oh man, y'all. You know what? I think I might have got Django once. But we never get requested to do any Tarantino movie.
Start with the very first one and stuff. That's me and Sue's one movie right there.
Reservoir Dogs?
Yeah, Reservoir Dogs, man. That's a fun movie.
That's probably going to be the.
Nigga, let's go.
And, here's the funny thing. Here's the funny thing about that. That came up when I was trying to think about what type of episode we was going to do for this month. I was like, that's not the mob that I want. No, that's a crime movie.
Not even just a crime. It's a heist gone wrong.
Exactly. And I thought about doing that for the heist month, but the heist month probably not going to fucking happen. I don't know. Fuck you. I don't know yet.
What's the greatest thing about that heist movie? It's a heist movie where you don't even see the heist.
Come on, you're not gonna die. Say the fucking word.
Gotta be honest with you. Did you guys like the music of this movie? Because I did. I liked it.
I thought it was good.
Yeah, the music was pretty tight. The music was pretty tight. They really didn't use like no artists and nothing like that. It's just really good original music. Really, a lot of them it really worked well, and I think it really worked with when shit got tense, especially towards the end. You know what I mean? You were listening for music cues and shit like that. And even with the end with Lefty, we see the last scene with Lefty where he's taking off all the stuff and walking through the door. And it was almost the same way. It was like, oh man, he's going, because the music just made you feel that way. And here's the funny thing. Unless you knew what happened in real life, you wouldn't know that Lefty never died. What happened with Lefty was he died of what he said. Hey, I got cancer of the prick. What, are you fucking serious? Yeah, cancer of my fucking prick.
It's like, God damn.
He actually died from that, I think, about a year or two after all this. He died like in 84 or something like that. So, but yeah, I understand why they did that for the movie, but I still feel that that's kind of stupid. Why would you make the audience think that Lefty got killed or something like that?
I mean, it's crazy.
You know what I mean?
What's funny too is that so Al Pacino was supposed to play Donnie Brasco.
What?
Yeah, Al Pacino was originally supposed to play Donnie Brasco, and it was like, nah, let's switch him and make him play as Lefty. And Al Pacino was the one that was like, well, get Johnny Depp to play Brasco.
Makes sense.
Because he always liked working with young actors at that time anyway.
Yeah.
So he was like, yeah, give me somebody young I can bounce off of.
Yeah. And the thing is, I think you brought up a good point in the fact that there's a reason why like Al got nominated for this.
Yeah. Yeah, all of this takes and it's kind of funny when you see the mob through the eyes of a person that's not a Don. He's not a superhero. He's not rolling over nobody. He's a foot soldier.
Yeah.
And he wants to be bigger, and you sympathize with that. So every little word you can tell that this is the person that's trying to reach for the brass ring when there's no brass ring to reach for. You know what I mean?
Guess who was going to be Sonny Black? Who was considered? Take a wild guess.
Sonny Black. I don't know who.
It was between Ray Liotta and Gabriel Byrne.
Ooh,
Gabriel Byrne.
Question.
I could definitely see Gabriel Byrne.
I can see Gabriel Byrne more so than Ray Liotta.
I can see Ray doing it, but here's a question: why would Gabriel Byrne? The only reason I'm questioning Byrne is like, can you do well?
I mean, he can act.
Can. You know what? Probably Byrne. No. If I had to, I would pick Byrne over Liotta. I'm with y'all. Yeah, I'm with y'all on that.
Yeah, it's like Byrne. It's like, yeah, I can see Byrne over Liotta and stuff. And again, me being a fan of Ray Liotta, I'm like, so we're gonna get coked out Goodfellas Ray Liotta as Sonny Black.
Coke, go for the Coke. We need a Coke version.
Everybody loves coked out Ray Liotta.
Yeah, and they actually wanted to try to get Joe Pesci in this movie too.
I can see why. Look who they got.
I know, right? They were trying to find a way. They were trying to find a way to slide in Nikki, the character of Nikki, into this movie to kind of tie into the stuff in Casino.
I mean, if they really wanted to tie the Casino stuff with this movie, that would have been interesting because we would have got to see some more of Back Home years ago. Remember that segment?
Yeah. So it would have been interesting if they did try to tie in Nikki, and got Joe Pesci to play that same character in this movie in a way and stuff. I'll be like, yeah, that would have been kind of cool actually if they did try to do that and stuff. Also, they also wanted to get John Travolta as Donnie Brasco, and I'm like, really?
After seeing him as Gotti,
era Travolta,
after seeing him, come on, man, you gotta think this is the same guy that we got for Gotti, and people love him as Gotti.
I mean, but he's coming off. I mean, I guess I get it only because he's coming off of Pulp Fiction, I believe, before this movie. So I guess
you gotta think about it. He plays that's Fugazi. I'm like, God, that whole little scene will sound so cheesy. No.
Same with Andy Garcia, which I could kind of see, but not really.
Nah, Andy Garcia don't put no butts in seats. That's my problem.
Even in the 90s? Even in the 90s?
He never did. This nigga's always he's a character actor. And I'm not even knocking this dude as a fucking actor. He's a character actor. He's not a star. I hate saying it like that.
They tried. God knows they tried.
Oh, they tried. I understand they had to. No, come on, man.
The problem,
I would have too.
Hey, Chris, look. The problem with Andy Garcia is he suffers from what a lot of wrestlers suffered from the '90s, which is we try so many personas and angles with you, and they just don't work. None of them were taken off.
Look at you, kid. We done tried, man.
It's like, we love you in Untouchables. All right, what about Godfather 3? Ew.
Why you trying? Nigga, why you gotta be bringing up shit?
Like, do you want us to not like you?
You know what? I can't knock him for doing Godfather 3 because
right there is where he said, "What about Godfather 3? Wow, Ray Liotta really wants this, huh?"
No, because you know what?
Trying not to get high, nigga.
Think about it like this, right? Can you imagine Andy Garcia? You coming off Untouchables and stuff.
Don't look at Al Pacino. Yeah, he was in it with you. He was in the movie with you, but he can't help you.
Hey, Andy, it's all on you, Andy.
Now think about it. You coming off of Black Rain, Untouchables, and stuff. I would say maybe Stand and Deliver to a degree, but like all of a sudden, somebody comes up to you and is like, "Hey, Andy, we wanted to put you front and center in the third Godfather movie." Are you going to say no in the 90s? Probably.
Fuck no! Nobody would say no. We know the piece of shit that Godfather 3 is now, and I wouldn't say no.
I know that, but it's just funny. Can you imagine? It's like he says yes, and then he looks at the script and he's like, "Oh fuck, I can't say no. I'm already
No. Andy Garcia's Italian. He didn't say fuck. He said, "Oh,
no."
Got to page 3. Oh, he's old.
You're all right though, because it's like after Godfather 3, it's like, damn, yeah, that is kind of like you come off that. Like, what are you really doing after that?
It's like, look. They tried with Andy. They really tried to put Andy in different things, man. They really did.
Yeah, they tried. You know, and all of a sudden you're in Pink Panther 2, and I'm like, damn, what happened to your career, dog?
What? See, Chris. See, look. This shit is shit
Chris,
like that.
Chris,
It's shit like that. Why Chris talks shit about me? That's mean.
No,
That's
Chris,
mean.
Chris,
I would never go damn.
Why
homie,
are you associating? Like seriously, Chris, why are you associating anyone that goes to Pink Panther movies? That's where your career goes to die.
No, Chris.
You understand something? How do you go from Ocean's 13, great movie, Pink Panther 2?
That is, look, to Chris,
he makes a point, D.
Chris, I understand that, but I don't think that's damn homie in high school used to be the man homie territory, okay?
Sure,
I don't think it is. I don't think when you are with Eric Roberts co-starring in one of those dumb Halloween puppy movies, that's where you need to start saying, damn, homie.
Well, you know what? You're right, because he did do Beverly Hills Chihuahua the year before, so you're right.
Yo, really?
Yes, he did.
Hey, yo, Andy. Damn, homie.
Did you pay your house off, dog? Is that? I mean, the movie made a lot of money, so I mean, did you pay off your house? Is the house?
Hey, look, it made. I'm about to say it made
pay
money.
off your house. Pay off your house, my nigga. He had a Nissan Titan he needed to pay off.
Pink Panther 2 was some hot garbage right there, buddy.
Yo, why the look, you say like you don't know. Here's a first off, it was a Toyota Tacoma. What is with your finances?
Like, yo, the interest rates were killing you. What are you doing?
It's like, yo, whoa. Look at the APR on this bitch. What the fuck is your problem, Andy?
Again, I look at Pink Panther 2. So, Jean Reno, are you like the Sam Jackson of France? You just say no to nothing. You don't say no to nothing. All right, cool.
You know, I gotta think that the dollar was
say no to nothing, but say yes to Godzilla.
Hey, roll
you know what? I gotta ask the question. The question is this to Jean Reno. At no point is the euro weaker than the dollar. So why are you here?
I like to know this, dude. I gotta be honest with you. He did get a bit of a step up to go from Godzilla to Onimusha 3. So I'm like, all right, good for you, Jean Reno.
No. Don't do that shit. You do mocap for 2.5 hours. It's not a step up. Don't do that.
Second of all, there was enough time to pass to make people forget about that movie.
True.
Oh my god, dog. Oh my god.
Say it.
You know what?
But Donnie Brasco, you know what? Okay, so you know what's interesting? I think we talked about this before. It got beat. You know what? And again, the power of Star Wars here. I completely forgot them fucking special editions were monsters back in the fucking 97.
Oh, yeah. You know when they
Empire Strikes Back special edition, clean house opening weekend against fucking Donnie Brasco. And I'm like, fuck.
Yeah, because didn't they
Of course.
Wait, Chris, didn't they re-release them in theaters?
New
Yes,
Hope
they
and
did.
Empire Strikes Back were the first two, and I was like, holy shit. Wow.
I saw Empire in the movie theaters. I got to see that, man. That was cool as shit.
Now, Donnie Brasco did make a lot of money, but it was like, man, you went up against Star Wars. At least you got in second. I mean, shit, you could have got
even with a re-release that the way it was, man, that was no guarantee that we was going to make that much money in the movie theaters. So that was pretty good.
Funny enough, Booty Call came in behind Donnie Brasco that opening weekend too. So there you go. Oh, actually, this is a hell of a list here. So you got Booty Call, Dante's Peak.
Hey, Chris, I'm gonna stop you before you even go on any further for one reason. You have repeated the same list on the Booty Call episode.
Mm-hmm.
So anyway, I just want to point that out that we have circled back, everybody.
Dante's Peak, Vegas Vacation, Fools Rush In, Rosewood. Holy shit, Rosewood was top 10.
Wow, really?
And Jerry Maguire. Wow.
So let me tell you, out of those movies you just said, Dante's Peak is probably the only one that's in the running of anything.
Well, you don't want to talk about number 11, That Darn Cat from Walt Disney?
I still can't believe that even hit.
I can't believe it exists. I'm sorry. To this day, I'm like,
y'all can't see my face. The look, the look I just made was like, oh my God, that was a thing that, oh my God.
I just want people to understand this. Like, I think people forget because every time I look on Disney Plus, there are movies I'm like, wow, Disney really had a lot of disposable income in the 90s. Holy shit.
Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. You want to know, like, real talk.
Chris, wait, hold up, D. Before you do, sorry, D. Let me just say this real quick. Chris, you gotta understand, it's Disney. They've had disposable income since the 30s.
It's like Lion King made so much money. It was like, all right, greenlit That Darn Cat. And I'm like, why? What
you gotta think about? Hey, Chris, I'm gonna tell you something about Disney. When you really look at Disney's fucking lineup, if Disney were trying to get a woman pregnant, it wouldn't get her pregnant by the time. Disney would be the
king of shooting up the club and getting away scot-free.
Let me tell you something. No. Yeah, he was. Yeah, thank you. And getting away scot-free because this nigga misses periods like a G. He knows. It's like Disney. Real talk. It's funny how some of their shit just don't do well, and nobody talks about that shit. That is genius.
I remember
that is genius.
That Darn Cat literally was fucking box office dud, and they got swept under the rug. Like Disney was like, "Oh, we tried." And let's
let me tell you something. That's the difference between Disney and Warner Brothers. Because Warner Brothers will do they fuck ups, will put out all these they will put out bangers, right? But at the same time, everybody will just start hurling baseballs at their dick. Remember that movie, nigga? It's like, yo, Disney did the same thing. I don't know what you're talking about, bro. I don't even know what you're talking about.
The hurling baseballs followed up with the baseball bats. You and your fucking brother, no more.
Because I look at it, it's like, yo, they really had some movies that's like they either were box office duds, or they broke even, or they were moderate hits, but they weren't like blow your socks off hits kind of thing, you know. And I'm like, wow, that's just interesting. So I don't know. It's again, it's the same thing with like how Sinbad was a thing in the 90s, and I'm like, he did have some heater of movies that made a lot of money because white folks love the shit out of damn Sinbad.
I don't know if he was like, if Sinbad will be. Sinbad didn't bring in money. I think that's the thing about Sinbad.
I mean,
I think he was just good enough that you could put it. That's what I'm saying. I feel like the house guest is like, look, that's just one vehicle that we can put
Phil
Sinbad in.
So, I mean, yeah.
No, I think what happened was is that they gave Sinbad that one big movie, that one vehicle movie. They thought they can get something out of it, but you also got to look at it this way. Sinbad was a black man, so they were only going to give him so much.
Hey, I can at least say this.
Whatever.
He got more leash than fucking Daniel Stern did. I give Sinbad that.
Give him that. But see, Sinbad's a comedian, so that's the difference. But look,
Daniel Stern is listening to this like, fuck you guys. I'm a comedian too. Kiss my ass.
Look at Daniel Stern. I co-wrote Silly Slickers. Nobody give a shit.
No,
actually, I don't think he did.
It's like, fuck Billy Crystal, sir. I hate him. Took my shot.
Billy can kiss my ass. God damn, there's a backstory to that shit. Yo,
Crystal is just like, what the fuck did I do, man? What the hell are you bringing me in this for? Shit.
Now, before we, before we close this bitch out, I have to say one more thing about the movie, and is this. I don't give a fuck if you do get a draft, nigga. Let me at least get 15 seconds to air out the goddamn car, you fucking chimney, nigga. God, I hated that. As soon as he let the window down, hey, I'm gonna get a draft over here. I'm gonna get a draft. Come on, man.
Dude, that was the white person's difference. This is the white person equivalent to when your parents open the door like, hey, you letting all the AC out the fucking house. Close the door.
Well, D, let me ask you this. Would you rather be stuck inhaling, inhaling the freaking smoke, or be sitting in front of a window feeding a lion hamburgers?
That's a cool thing with the hamburger part. That's actually a cool thing when you really think about it.
I respect animals too much to where I wouldn't even have a fucking lion in my goddamn car, first off, because no.
I gotta be honest with you. That lion would have had to been let loose on him in the middle of fucking New York. I would look, I'm already a killer, so I wouldn't care if a lion kills people. So
I mean, that's like all of a sudden.
I'm just saying, look, man, if you're trying to be like Ezekiel from The Walking Dead, walking around with a lion instead of a tiger, I mean,
I'm sorry, like it's just shit. That shit just reminds me of that shit from fucking Talladega Nights when this dickhead dad sat there and had him drive with a fucking cougar in the car and shit. And
I'm sorry.
This cougar mauled his ass as he got.
I wasn't ready for you to bring up Talladega Nights, nigga.
Yo, hey, look, I like Gary Cole. He played the best dickhead dad ever. It's like, get in the car, son. It's like, it's a cougar. Get in the car, son. I'm like, yo, really?
Like, just get in the car.
It's like, and this is the same thing. It's like Donnie's just casually, like you said, Sue, he just casually feed a lion hamburgers. I'm like, dude, lions even eat hamburgers? I mean, maybe they don't care. I don't know.
It doesn't matter, man. My concern was like, yo, how many of them was you going to feed them? That's my only question.
I want to know, how did he get up the road without the lion mauling one of the motherfuckers? That's all I'm saying.
That is what you call disciplined and trained.
Okay, yeah.
Also, D will say this movie.
Y'all know, right? hey, you think my black ass will have a fuck in my fucking Accord? My fucking
Accord. Accord. Let's just go with Accord in this situation. Let's go with Accord in this situation.
I'm driving in Southeast, and I got a line in my back, and some motherfucker was like, "This motherfucker got a line in the back of his car. What the fuck's going on over here?"
Let me tell you something. Here's the funny thing about it.
No. You know what? That's a good conversation piece, and it's a good warning sign, because people see you getting out your car. They see the line in the back, and they be like, "Yo, this nigga got a line in the back of his car."
Well, how does it look?
Wait, D. This nigga got a line in the back of his car. Don't fuck with that nigga.
Like, how does it look? I'm in the Chick-fil-A line, and somebody was like, "Sir, welcome to Chick-fil-A." Whoa, what the hell is a lion? And I'm like, "Don't just ignore it. Can I get my chicken sandwich, please? Just
no, man, no, Chris, make it better. You go through the drive-through.
Exactly.
I wish I remember that. I wish I remember our boy and a comedian. I'm gonna start looking up. I'm gonna try to look at those old episodes of what was it called? Shorties watching Shorties. But your boy, the same dude that did the damn. He did one about the dude that had a tiger in the middle of New York. He said, this motherfucker had a tiger. Like, honestly, think about that shit. You in the other room here. In the other room with all this bumping and shit. You in the other room, got the glass to the he's like, come on, y'all, it's New York. So they got the glass to the wall. Like, yo, dude, he wear her ass out. like all
I remember that.
Yo, man, I died when he said that shit. But yeah, I would have let that loose. That line would have been in the middle of Staten Island eating people. I would not be. No.
Oh, side note too. If we're talking about this movie too, something else that I thought was great is when they transition over the years and stuff. I kind of forgot because they're in the 70s, but what you pointed out, Eris, about like Donnie when he has his best Tony Montana suit, and I was like, that did kind of represent the 80s and stuff when they're transitioning to like the 70s going into the 80s, and they're down in Miami and all that stuff. And I was like, oh, that's actually a pretty good transition, because I wasn't even paying attention to the years, because I was just watching the movie and watching all the characters. I didn't pay attention to like their outfit changes for that time period.
Yeah.
I mean, because nothing says 80s like Miami, like Miami.
Yeah.
Hey,
I mean,
everybody was going down there. Hey. Gotta make a move. throwing people in with the lion cages and shit. But yeah. So that's about it.
That's it. So what's next? I mean, what's
You know
next?
what? I had to I had to forgive myself, and I forgive myself. I forget when we do serious movies like this, we don't got a lot of jokes. That's what makes Scorsese so good, because he made a serious movie and gave us nothing but material. So, but that's not to take away of this movie. That's letting, because if you feel like this review wasn't really that great, look, it ain't because the movie wasn't that great. It's because what can we not fucking say? Everybody in this movie was great. Even with the, I would say, the B tier Italian cast. And I only say that because, you ain't get the usual Italians you see in every fucking movie. But even with them, it's like, this is actually very fucking good. And I understand why people...
It's probably one of his strongest films, personally.
Yeah. For Pacino, this is really good. For Johnny Depp, this just goes in the fact of how good of a fucking actor he is. This is our first... actually our first movie doing Johnny Depp movie that we did ever. This is our first one for Three Black Geeks. This is actually our second Pacino movie, I think. Our second one. Because I don't think we did anything else outside of Scarface that had Pacino in it. Yeah. At least not coming to my forefront. But yeah. But like I said, but if you think like, this review was kind of weak, no, we were just trying to search for jokes.
Look, I like the movie and stuff, and again,
it's great.
For as long as the movie is and stuff like that, it goes by pretty quick. Personally, I think that's also.
I can't. I'm sorry. I like this movie, but I felt the 2 hours. I personally felt the 2 hours.
That's why I was saying it's a sit.
It don't feel like a sit though. I don't know. Maybe.
All right. Remember, Chris? Remember when you and I we went to see Remember when you and I went to see Blade Runner? And I had to wake your ass up. Any other movie you would have been awake.
That was one of those like, all right, is the movie ending? And then I kind of nodded off. I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah. I know that happens, but sometimes that's weird with movies. That's weird with movies. Just that's how pacing works, and I keep telling people about pacing.
Shockingly
because
I almost did that with Clash of the Titans. Just FYI.
Oh my God, I think I fell asleep only in one movie we went to, Chris, and I forget which one it was, man. I think I nodded right the fuck off.
Say, though, this director, Mike Newell and stuff, very good veteran director, because he's done a couple of the Harry Potter movies. He did my low key video game movie. I kind of like Prince of Persia. I kind of liked it.
You know what? I gotta watch Prince of Persia again. It's been years, and I would like to look at it as an adult.
How can I was gonna say, how can I describe Prince of Persia? It's just as Chris said. It's okay, and yeah.
It's not a kick in the nuts.
No, it's not that. Hold on, I got a good way to sum it up, Chris. The thing that you came to see doesn't happen until the end. They put a restriction on it, but so it's sparingly used. Let's put it to you that way. Yeah, but you know what I mean.
Yeah, I know what you mean. I know what you mean. It it ain't quite like the Tekken 2 sequel where it's like a brand new character that nobody fucking
nigga. Tekken 2 may be one of the worst video game movies ever. For a movie that actually put some thought into their set. No, they didn't. They ain't put no thought into that set.
No,
I take that back. Look, that movie stunk. Oh my God, that movie was bad.
Way to waste Shane Kosugi's fucking time. God damn.
Yo, man. Feel bad for that nigga, man. Feel bad for that nigga, man. This is only. Hey, think of it this way. Everything else is only but up. Only but up from here.
You get your ass whooped by Jet Li in one movie, and then you're in DOA, which is probably one of his better movies in America. Shockingly enough, that's kind of weird.
Who knew?
Yeah, who knew? Anyways, but yeah. Like
next movie. The next movie is A Bronx Tale, and we're actually going to talk.
An Italian smorgasbord. Holy shit!
Yes, it is. It's De Niro's It's a movie that De Niro directed and all the rest of that. And it's very much his love letter to, hey, I love the mob. Also, I love black girls. Oh. That's why De Niro made this movie.
Because she's got a great ass.
I mean, hey, That's what happens. Who knew that De Niro was wokey woke? Who knew?
Hey man, his wife was blackity black, and he divorced her.
Because she wasn't put up with this shit. But anyways,
also, hey, maybe she should have let herself go. Or maybe he was always flat, little dick ass nigga.
first off,
she didn't even say flaccid. She just went for that. First off, ho.
he pulls that shit that he did old girl in Casino where he tries to yoke her up and it doesn't work.
Oh, right there. You know, knowing De Niro slaps her. First off, bitch. Like, first off, oh, you doing the mob thing. Let me tell you something, Robbie. This shit stopped being hot after you did Analyze This. After that, it didn't turn me on no more. Stop, Rob. Stop.
I faked it.
I was faking it the whole time. Oh, yeah, I want to meet the Fockers. Ooh, nigga, you know what? You ain't did shit since 2002. That's real talk. You had just been coasting. And you been coasting in the bed, too. Yeah, that's exactly right. Oh, yeah, get silent, nigga. I've been holding all this shit back. Let me tell you about the lame dick this motherfucker gave me during the premiere of motherfucking Goodfellas. Let me tell you, and I had oh my God, he made me call him Jimmy Conway. I'm like, let me tell you something, bitch.
Christ, man, I swear to God, if you are
Robert De Niro, and Robert De Niro got to go for the white people line. See, this is why black women. Fucking black bitches, always the fucking same.
All of a sudden we get like a TMZ exclusive of the fucking the audio of that whole thing, and it's like, oh shit.
Yo, I'm just saying, man. But Robert De Niro, much like a lot of the actors I do, like they kind of keep their private life as private as possible.
Yeah,
you would have to literally search their family. They just don't pop up on their shit. You know what I mean? I'm fine with it. Whatever happens, I don't give a shit. But that being said, Chris, I say that to say this. Hey, Rob, but if you ever show up to a premiere with some young black girl and she's like the stereotypical, that mixed breed type thing that only white guys like going to, I'ma judge you and I'm just like, hey, yo, let's try to take that motherfucking card away.
Shows up to the fucking BET Awards and shit.
Shows up to the hey, fucking Black Lives Matter.
Oh, hey, why is Robert De Niro talking like an Italian? It's crazy, right?
You know what? This is kind of unfair. When we before we go out, this is kind of unfair that we're going into a Robert De Niro movie again. We're going to do 3 Robert De Niro movies, 2 Joe Pesci movies, 2 Scorsese movies. I feel that I would have to look. I'm gonna look at all the cast of all 5 of the movies that we've been into to really see if there are plus people on this. Yeah.
Some random Italians may be like, man, these guys really sucking the dick of Robert De Niro, and I was like, man, you bet your ass we are.
No, right there. It's like you guys really like De Niro. Like, yeah, we fucking do too. Oh yeah, shit. Oh man, I like that. Yeah, I like that too. Hey, yeah, I like black music. I like black music too. Oh shit. Oh man. Woo. Oh man, can we move to your side of town? Hey, why you gotta fucking go there? Oh, why you gotta make it fucking serious?
Hey, Bully, over there. All right.
Hey, you and your little naughty-headed tribe can live over there. Hey, calm fucking down.
Oh.
All right, end this shit. Good night, y'all.